Well, welcome back to the channel, Outbush Detecting. Once again, I'm out in our Western Australian eastern goldfields, and I've come out for a week to have a bit of a break. And yeah, as usual, we'll be looking for all the old tips and the old ghost towns. I do have one new ghost town to go and have a look at, which I've got the coordinates for, so that's going to be interesting. And as usual, I'm going to be looking for whatever old relics I can dig up, as well as old dog license tags and horse and cart registration plates, which I absolutely love to collect. But something different this trip, I am also have on board my Minelab GPX 6000, and I've just got a new coil for it. So the Nugget Finder 12x7 mono I'm going to be trying out on it, so I'll be going out and doing a little bit of gold hunting as well, so wish me luck on that one. Hopefully I'll be able to pull my first piece of gold. Anyway, sit back and relax, stick around to the end please for the wrap up, where you'll see all of the finds cleaned up, and some of the finds that don't make the video and get edited out will be in that as well. But please give me a thumbs up, also subscribe, and what I really love is the comments, so chuck a comment down below. Anything that you like or dislike about the video, doesn't matter. Hey, chuck a comment up there for me. So it really does mean a lot when people do comment on the video, and I will always endeavour to answer your questions about anything that you do bring up. Now, one person did ask a question in regards to, sometimes I say that when I'm hunting an area in an old dump or an old tip, that it's too old. And what do I mean by that? Well, dog registration tags and horse and cart plates only really came into effect in Western Australia in most areas from 1904 onwards. Now, some localities, depending on where they are, do have tags that go back to the earliest one, which is out of Menzies, is 1898. But in reality, what I'm looking for is a time on the tip of between 1900 and 1910, because that way I'm going to get the oldest tags and the cart registration plates. It's right in the date range that I'm looking for. So that's why, if you ever say I'm looking at too old, then if it's 1880s, 1890s, then that's a little bit too old in most cases. All right, guys, sit back, relax. Remember, thumbs up, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you on the fast dig. Well, morning of day one. I've come out to this old town site. It's taken me quite a while to drive out here, actually. Came out here on my new GPS, and you can see the four-wheel drive parked over there. The town actually extends all the way back here around as far as you could probably see. It's probably quite a large area. Now, I've been walking around, there's just some scattered stuff about, because the area looks like there's had a little bit of working done on it. So I'm not picking up a lot of stuff. I'm getting a few bits and pieces. I've picked up a couple of buttons, and I've gotten one coin, and down here I got a really high tone target signal. I should have filmed it, but I didn't, but I'll let you listen to it anyway so you can hear it. So here, I'm getting a very consistent 33, 34. It was only shallow, so I thought it might have just been a bit of rubbish or something, but I can just see the edge of a coin here. So I'm hoping this is going to be silver. Is it silver? Oh, I think it might be. I think this might be silver. Who have we got here? Okay, that's Veiled Head, Victoria. Wow. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. This side. Oh, it's a half crown. You can see the word half. Yeah, it's nice big thick silver. Ah, oh, you beauty. And it's in beautiful condition. Wow. Oh, this coin is absolutely spanking. 1895. Look, I'm not going to do a lot to this out here. I really aren't. I'm going to clean this up very carefully at home, and you'll see it in the wrap up. But that is an absolutely, I haven't dug a half crown for Oh, years now. 1895, half crown. Just on this little rubbish pile here. Not much amongst it, no other high tones, so oh, I'm absolutely stoked with that. Silver half crown, that's an absolute beauty. Okay, I'll keep going around here. I'm going to do a little bit of exploring around this old town site and see if I can pick up any tip, but okay, I'll see you on the next dig. Okay, so I've shifted around to another part of the town site where I've spotted some glass and stuff in the bush. Coming out to these dray loads here, and I've got sort of very jumble tone. Where is it? It's down here. Have a look at this. Yeah, that looks very interesting. I'm pretty sure that's going to be silver, and it looks like a fob chain. Fob chain. Let's just carefully bring it out. Oh wow! Look at the length of that. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's nice and heavy. That's going to be silver, definitely silver. Wow. So, I'm not sure whether it be Victorian or Edwardian. Oh, let's see if we can pick it up, but it's definitely a fob chain, fob watch chain. And I'd say it's going to be sterling silver. There'll be marks on here, which after I clean it up, the marks should come out. But yeah, nice and heavy. Really heavy. Yeah, I think that's a sterling silver fob chain. Excellent. All right, I'll continue on wandering around here and see what else we can find. I'll see you on the next dig. All right, move spots again. Come back to an old area I've been to quite a few times before, just for a bit more of a look. This surprisingly was a low tone, and being quite a nice little brass item, they normally ring up quite high. So yeah, it's one half of a Victorian lady's belt buckle. Nice little floral pattern there. You can see where the hook would have gone through, so it'll be in a mirror image of this on the other side, and the belt loop is on the bottom. So this might straighten up if I'm careful, but we'll see. But it's a good one to clean up and have in the collection. So I'll continue on, see you on the next dig. Well, next target up's a jumbled repeatable high tone in that hole there, and this has come out. And I've already given it a bit of a rub because it had a little bit of weight and it looked all right. And that looks like silver to me. That looks very silver. I think it's a silver bangle. It's like a rope style, twisted. Like a twisted, let's see if we get a better picture of it. Twisted style, twisted rope. Don't know if it doesn't look like it's got any marks on it, but I still think that's silver. It's going to polish up beautifully. So yeah, another one for the cleanup, for the wrap up, and yeah, I'll continue on and I'll see you on the next dig. Making my way back to the car to get some more water and have something to eat. Out of here, I found something quite unusual. It's not unusual, I found a buckle. But what's unusual about this particular buckle, if you have a look at this side, it reveals more when you turn it over. Look at that. It's actually both halves to the buckle. Now, I'm not going to pull it apart here, because you can see there's a lug there, and that's where the cloth belt went through. And look at it, it's still got the cloth attached. That's amazing. So I'm going to be very, very careful with it. This side here, you've got a design down the bottom. So this would have been a lady's, like a sash buckle. And I'd say Edwardian from the age that I'm digging in at the moment. But very rarely do we dig them both together. But both together and intact. Look at that. That's crazy. I love it. I love it. This is going to clean up so nicely. And it's going to be a lovely addition to my buckle collection. All right. I'll continue on and I'll see you on the next dig. Okay. Next day, I've come out to one of my old patches just for a bit of a look around. Try things differently with the Equinox 800. I'm just literally now going over and gridding the area very, very slowly. I'm not going to be covering a massive area today, so but I'm getting a few targets, which is excellent. Out of this high tone here, I got this little, looks like a badge of some sort. That looks like it's enamel, but it was a very high tone. Let's have a look. Oh, gee, okay. That's why it was a high tone. It's actually silver. Look, you can see there, it's got sterling. It's some sort of badge. The pin's missing. The pin's come off. But it's a sterling silver badge, Canada. Alright, cool. Still got the enamel on there, so that should hopefully clean up nicely. Yeah, on the back you can see the silver. Sterling. Okay. Excellent little piece. Come a very, very long way from Canada to the eastern goldfields of Western Australia. Alright, I'll continue on and I'll see you on the next dig. Okay, down here I've got a nice small little tone. Sounds like a washer, but I dig everything that is repeatable. This has come out. And it looks like a little ring. I think it's junk metal though. Doesn't look silver. Let's see if I can get it into focus. There we go. It doesn't look silver. I'd say it's just a base metal, but yeah, cool little find. The stone there looks definitely paste. The shape of a little heart by the looks of things. All right, I'll put it in the tumbler anyway and clean it up, and you'll see it in the wrap up. But yeah, cool little find. Continue on, see you on the next dig. Okay, next target. Just down here I've got a nice little sharp high tone. And looks like I've got a coin. Oh, it's a bit crusty, but I'd say by the size of it, it's going to be a sixpence. Oh, yeah, you can see Queen Victoria there. Oh, just get her up the right way. Queen Victoria facing left. And on this side, very, very worn. Very worn. Virtually can't make out any details, but it's definitely a sixpence. It might clean up all right, but you know, we'll see what happens if I can get some more detail. But you'll see it cleaned up in the wrap up. Anyway, cool little silver coin. Continue on, see you on the next dig. Well, the sixpence was just about here, and I walked on a little bit further in this little patch here, and I got a tone over here, and I thought it was another coin, and I thought it was a penny, but when I picked it up, it was just a little bit thin, not heavy enough. Now, finally looks like I've got myself a dog license tag, and I'm going to hazard a guess that this is a 1916 dog registration. I can just make out some details on that side and nothing on that side. It's really, really crusty. It's been in the lime and the ash. From down there you can see it, it's all the ash and the lime here, and so it's got a lot of crust on it. So this is a good one for cleaning, and I will clean it up. But yeah, let me give it a bit of a brush and we'll see if we can get some more details off it. I'll be back shortly. Well, I've given it a bit of a brush with a wire brush, but that's all I can get off it at the moment. I'm 100% sure it's a 1916 because the 1916 pattern was about this size, and it was also round. On the back, I've looked at it very, very carefully, and you can just make out Mount Margaret on the back. So it's a Mount Margaret dog registration, and 100% sure it's a 1916. So first dog license tag for the trip. Awesome little find. I'm absolutely stoked that I've gotten one finally, but I shall continue on, and I will see you on the next dig. Woo! I'll come back out to the town side I was on the other day, where I got that nice big half crown. I've parked over there just to the right of my car. It looks like that there was an old a side of a building at one point, so I'm going to have a look around this area here and see what I can find. But came over here, there's a lot of scattered glass and bits and pieces, not many targets around, but when I do get targets, they're pretty cool. So this one's come out and it looks like a small silver. I'd say it is a sixpence, and there you can see Victoria there on this side. Yes, it is a sixpence, and 18, well, see the date there at the bottom, could be 1884 or 3. Might be able to see it better through the camera, but yeah, lovely little silver coin, very, very nice. There's Victoria. I think that's Jubilee Head Victoria. So excellent. All right, I shall continue on. I'll have a bit more of a scratch around here. I'll see you on the next dig. All right, a really nice sharp mid-tone here, and look, it's come out. It's popped up, and that's without even me having to brush it. what is it? Oh, it is a buckle. It is a buckle, you can see. Let's just give it a bit of a tap. Get some of the sand off. Yeah, you can see the clasps at either end. Yeah, it's a buckle. I will say it was a joint in the middle, so you had something you had to attach there and there. But that's so cool. It's very ornate. It's pressed brass. Unreal, yeah. I'd say Victorian, definitely, by the design on it. But absolutely fantastic. Beautiful. It's hollow at the back, and still got its bits attached. So I'm pretty wrapped that that's complete. Okay, well, there may be a couple more pieces around here somewhere. I'll give it a go, and I'll see you on the next dig. Okay, you're going to have to call this trip the silver trip. In that hole there, I sort of flicked it out and I lost it, and I waved the coil around to try and find it. And in here, I flicked it all the way out, and look at this. It's a little silver thimble. That is sterling silver. Let's see if I can just get cleaned out. There we go. But let's see if we can see the mark. Where's the marks? There we go. There's the hallmarks there. Look. What does it say? Patent B. Well, I'm trying to get it into focus. I mean, that's definitely silver, but I don't think it's British. It could be a local Australian maker. It looks like it's got a lining of some sort inside as well, because that's quite thick. But we'll clean it up. It'll be in the wrap up, and yeah, lovely little sterling silver thimble. Not in bad condition. Normally always squashed, but good condition. Okay, I'll continue on. We'll see you on the next dig. Okay, I apologise in advance for the wind noise, but I had to try and get it in a bit of sun. Really deep tone down there, and this has come out, and it's something, I recognise it as being a saddle badge. I know the name as well, but I do not know this design. I do not know this design. And I don't know if it's complete, because a little bit there. But, well, okay. Let me give this a bit of a brush, because this is something awesome. I don't know if that's brass on the front. It looks like it is, but definitely on the brackets lead filled. So it might just be a small brass coating over the top of the lead. But yeah, wow, that's awesome. It's a saddle badge. Let me give this a bit of a brush, and we'll come back and have a look at it. Okay, quick bush clean, and yeah, I shall pick it up. It is let's get some sun. R. Smith & Co. Saddlers, Perth. This is quite a large saddle badge. This is the largest one I've ever found, actually. You can see it in relation to my hand, how large it is. This is definitely brass on the front, because as you can see, it's sort of got that lovely patina on it. The brass patina, as I've brushed with a steel brush, and on the back it's definitely lead. This is lead. So I don't know this bit here. I don't know if that's part of it or what. There's no other thing, looks like it's missing on the edge, so that could be maybe the fixing that might have been bent over that goes into the saddle, because they were on the back here, the fixings. So, but it's not a design that I've seen before, but it's a name I've seen before, because there are different makes of this, there are different designs of these saddle badges, especially for R. Smith & Co. So yeah, awesome find. Yeah, I'll continue on, and I'll see you on the next dig. Alright, just under this bush here, low tones, as I'm digging the low consistent tones, and it pays off because this has come out, and it looks to be a buckle, but I don't know if it's folded over. Let me just give it a tap. Yeah, it could be this part here is, see, it's folded over. Yeah, it looks like it's bent, but being careful, I should be able to straighten that if I am careful, because the the lug for the pin's still intact, and there's the where the belt board had gone through, the belt loop. So yeah, this should hopefully I can straighten it and clean up, and you'll see it in the wrap up. Okay, excellent. I'll continue on. I'll see you on the next dig. Okay, continuing on the theme for picking out the silver. The Equinox 800 is absolutely excelling for that this trip. These two things came out of the hole together, and I would say it's a back of a where are we? A Hunter pocket watch. They both look like silver to me. Now let me just put this down here. What have we got there? That one. That'll be the case back, but it doesn't look like it's got any hallmarks on it. Let's have a look at the other one. No, that's marked. Yep, you can see the anchor there for Birmingham, and the line at the top there, the line percent, which means sterling silver. So this is definitely a sterling silver pocket watch back. It does have a maker's mark and a serial number as well, and a date letter. I don't think there's any, it's not really fancy on that side. There's not much on it, just a little bit of a pattern, but cool. Couple of parts of a sterling silver pocket watch. More silver for the collection. I'll continue on, see you on the next dig. Sorry about the wind noise, but once again I'm out, but something different today. I've got my GPX 6000, and I'm trying out the new Exceed. Well, it's not new, it's new for the machine. The Exceed nugget finder mono 12x7. I got a definite target signal, 100%, and it was quite loud. And I thought, when I started getting down to this white stuff down there, I thought it might have just been grout noise, because I'm not too familiar with how the geology and all this sort of thing works with these machines, but I'm sort of getting the hang of it. But look what I have got. Now this is my very first piece of gold, and you'll see it there, a little flat bit in the bottom of the scoop, a little flat piece, there. It's only thin, it's only very thin. I mean, I'd be lucky to be a 0.2, 0.3, but being my very first piece of gold with this machine, I'm pretty stoked. I am pretty stoked, so excellent. I shall continue on and see if I can get some more around here. See you on the next dig. Okay, I'm heading back over to the car because I come out here, haven't even had breakfast yet. It's just got 9 o'clock. I've been detecting for about, I don't know, 4 hours I think. Got that one piece, but there's been a lot of trash in between. This area's got a lot of iron in it, but you know, I don't mind, because helps me learn what's going on with this machine, because you know, this is the first time I've been out gold hunting, or second time now. The first place I went to, completely in the wrong spot. But I'm absolutely impressed with this coil, because that's fairly deep. I mean, at least a pinpointer, if you know what a pinpointer is, deep. And this has come out, and it's a nice little piece. But no, it'd probably only be about, you know, it's 0.1, 0.2 of a gram. It's only a little bit of gold, but I'm stoked. I got 2 pieces of gold today. You know, I can't argue with that. That's unreal. I'm just absolutely stoked. I'm absolutely stoked. All right, guys, I'm going to keep going. Yeah, I'm going to hang around here and do a little bit more. I'll see you on the next dig. Okay, back at camp, and I've given them a just a quick rinse in some water, just to clean them off a little bit, get a little bit of the dirt off. I'll have to work out how to acid clean these at a later date. But let's chuck them on the scales, see what they weigh. This is the little one. This is the second one I found. Oh, crikey, okay. 0.42. I would have never guessed that. Wow, I was thinking, you know, 0.2, something like that, but it's actually 0.42, so it's almost cracked half a gram. That's brilliant. Anyway, let's have a look at the other one. This is the flat piece. This is the bit that I found first. Little flat piece. And that's at 0.48. Look at that. That's almost half gram as well. God, I've got to see how these things weigh up. What have we got here? Okay, so both of them, they're saying at the moment weighs 0.9. So both together, almost a gram of gold. So that's not bad. That's what, 184 and change on today's gold price. So, wow. Okay, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Yeah, we'll continue on. I'll be back out digging tomorrow. Okay, it's my last day detecting. It's now 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and they've been going since 5:30 this morning, and the machine's just about dead. Actually, it made a noise about a minute ago that says battery's about to die. Dug a lot of junk. Dug a lot of junk. I've been to a few areas, places, and I came back to where I got those little bits yesterday. But this area has been absolutely flogged to death, but no one ever gets it all. And down there I got a nice little tone, and this came out, and it's a tiny little piece, tiny little flat bit again. Just see it there. I haven't cleaned it or anything. That's how it's come out. Judging by the size of that one compared to the others yesterday, I'd say it's only going to be about a 0.2. But I'll clean it up. I'm going to continue till the battery runs dead flat, which won't be too long. And then, yeah, I'll do a way up back at camp. Okay, see you on the next dig. Okay, back at camp, and we'll just do a quick gold tally. This is for the 2 days. I actually went out to about 4 different spots over 2 days, but I only found gold at 1. So. But I'm happy with that. Anything, happy with it, absolutely anything. So this is the little one I found today. I've given it a bit of a soak in some water. It's got a little bit of red stuff stuck to the back. Could be a little bit of ironstone, but I don't think it is. I think it's just the red clay is stuck to it. So I think in the field I said that one was going to be about 0.2. Yeah, about just over 0.2 I reckon. So let's have a look. Okay, cool. Where are we? 0.41. Okay. You beauty. All right. Okay, that is excellent. Let's put the other ones on and see what I got for the 2 days. In total, 1.3 grams. 1.3 grams. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I wasn't expecting to find anything, so this to me is just fantastic that I've come away with 3 nuggets. So, okay, excellent. So stick around, guys, because yeah, from here we're going to go to the wrap up. See you shortly. Good day, everyone. Welcome to the wrap up. What we'll do is go through first of all the brass items, which I've all of these have actually been put through the tumbler. And if you watch my video on tumbling, you'll see how I do this. This is just a furniture escutcheon that came out. It looks quite nice. I'm actually going to put that into a little jar that I've got all different escutcheon plates in. I can't remember if I put this one on video or not. I don't think I did, but it's actually part of a buckle. It doesn't have any clasps or anything on the back, but it was nice. And it's very thin, pressed brass, but it came out beautiful. I like that, so I've kept it. Now this buckle you saw on video, it came out, the 2 halves. Unfortunately, when it went through the cleaning process, the one remaining keeper that the belt goes through has come off, but it still has the lugs, and it opens up. And it's got a lovely little design on the bottom. It looks really cool. I'm not going to do any more to it than that. I love the patina on that one, so I'm going to leave that one as is. This one here, you saw was quite bent. I've straightened it up enough. I'm actually going to give this one another tumble because it's still got quite a lot of the patina on it that I want to get off the darker stuff. This one you saw on video as well. Beautiful buckle. Really, really nice one. I'm absolutely wrapped with this one. And came out beautiful in the tumbler. I'm going to leave it like that. I love the way that one looks too. This one you saw in the video as well. It was very, very badly folded over, but I've managed to straighten it. And on the back you can see it does have its little guide for the belt and its little clasp there as well. So I'm keeping that one. This one wasn't on camera. I'm not too sure what it is. Maybe like a hair clip or something. I might go into like a hair clip. Who knows? If you recognise it or know what it is, let me know. This wasn't on video, but it is a little cufflink made out of brass, and it's got some sort of, I think that's a glass, not a stone. You saw this one on video. It does have a mark on the inside. It says gilt, so it would have just been, it is brass, and it's just a gold plated, and the stones are all glass. This one also came out, and I tumbled it just to see if I could get to anything on it. There is like a marking on the inside, but it's unreadable, and it is just brass. Now, buttons wise, got some really cool buttons. One of the early firemen's, that's a police force button, and both of these got the back marks in it, the Sword brand. These were two interesting, just little livery buttons that came out, but I liked them because of the shape, and they were intact. They look pretty cool. These all came out of one spot at the new town site that I went to, and all of them are back marked. So on the larger ones, they're back marked Stoke and Sons, and on the smaller ones, they have one of, which I'll just zoom in there for you, PJ King in Melbourne. So early ones, I'd say World War I. These ones here, I got it with all Makers Mark buttons, and they all came out of one little spot. J. Parker, or Parker and Company Adelaide. So yeah, buttons, and they all cleaned up beautifully. It'll all be going into the collection. When we have a look at the copper coins that came out, typical Goldfields copper coins that come out of the tips, not in good condition. So I don't bother really cleaning them. To be honest, they're just going to be going into the scrap bucket. I don't keep those. The better finds, you saw this one on camera. Still got some of its lovely enamel on there. Canada, and it is sterling. It is marked on the back. Sterling silver. So that's cool. Pocket watch parts. This is silver. This is silver. And this part here, which we couldn't read before, that does have the sterling silver hallmarks on it as well. You saw me dig this beautiful fob chain, and each one of the links, which I'll zoom in on, does have the lion on it stamped. So that means, yep, it is 100% sterling silver. A lovely half crown, absolutely beautiful. 1895, half crown with a portrait of Queen Victoria on the back. And it's in beautiful condition. Really lovely coin, this one. Probably the best condition half crown that I've dug. Other silver coins which came out with the thrips. I don't normally video these. See if we get it without having the brightness on them. The earliest one is 1894, and they do go up in range from that. The sixpences were on video. That's a lovely early one as well, Victoria. See if I can get it to focus. No, it's not going to focus for me. It's 1888 is the date on that one, and it's in quite nice condition as well. If you have a look at the Jubilee head on the back, zoom in on Victoria there, full crown, looks really nice. The other Victorian coin, which will be earlier, possibly 1870s, is completely smooth. I can't even get a date off it, so still nice find. This is an Australian maker, or sorry, a British maker. It's an early one, but it's not silver. It's actually silver plated and steel inside, so it's plated over steel. That's why it's so heavy. So that's why I thought it was silver when it came out, but still a good find. That's a little thing off a pipe stem, which is sterling silver. I haven't cleaned it, I'm not going to bother. Silver bangle, not marked, but definitely silver. Beautiful little bangle. Now, this, I didn't get this on camera, but it is an absolute heartbreaker. It's part of a Menzies 1906 cast iron horse and cart registration plate. So that was a bit of a heartbreaker. I've kept the piece anyway. I just like it. The 1916, that's cleaned up nice. When you saw it in the video, it was very, very badly crusted. You can see the little pink bits on that are from being in the lime and the fire. It bleaches the brass or the tin out of the brass and leaves the copper. That's why you get that pink on it. It is from Mount Margaret, number 68, Mount Margaret Roads board. But that will tone up after a while anyway, so it'll lose a lot of that pink colour. And probably my best find is this. Now, I thought it was just the standard saddle badge, but turned out to be something quite special. R. Smith & Co. Saddlers Perth. It is lead lined, so that means it's got lead infill on the back, but the front part of it, I'm almost 100% sure, is sterling silver. It's cleaned up, an absolute treat, that saddle badge, and I'm stoked, absolutely stoked to have that one. That is an absolutely stunning find. I've never seen a silver saddle badge before, so that's the very first one for me. All right, that's the wrap up for this trip, guys. Just stick around for 2 secs because I'm going to have a look at the gold once I've cleaned it up. But I'll be back with that shortly. And here's our lovely little gold nuggets. So I had these soaking just overnight in alley bright, and it's cleaned them up a treat. And in person, they look so much better. In total, after cleaning, they came in at 1.3 grams. 1.3 grams. So I lost virtually no weight on them. Absolutely fantastic little nuggets. And these are the first 3 gold nuggets that I have found using a metal detector. So I'm absolutely stoked. And I probably won't be selling these ones. I will keep them because they are my first 3 that I found. And I'll probably have them made into jewelry. But excellent. That's the end of the wrap up. Thank you guys for sticking around. Please give me a like. Please give me a thumbs up. Throw a comment in. I am going to be doing a little bit more gold hunting when I do go out on my trips. If you want me to include it in the videos and just have a few gold nugget finds in the videos, let me know. Or if you just want me to show metal detecting finds like your relics like this and do a separate video for gold, let me know that as well. All right. I always love the comments people leave. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. And as always, I'll see you on the next dig.